Hello guys, welcome to today's class. Today we'll be looking at objects. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe to this channel. Alright, so what are objects? Objects are data types, okay, that are used to store keyed collections of various data and more complex entities. I repeat again, objects are used to store key collections of various data types or data and more complex entities. Okay, so an object can be created using um, curly braces. An object can be created using curly braces. All right, so let's imagine an object to be a cabinet with files. All right. So, and every piece of data is stored in a file by the key, and it's easy to find. Each of these files will be easy to find, file name by file name. You can either remove or add a new file. Okay. So let's take an example how an object look like. So let's say we have let's user. Okay. So this is an object. So whenever you say a definition like this in a curly brace like this, it's an object. So we said the object has what? A key, a key pair what? Data, a key value pair data. So in this case now we have name is assigned a column, John or Peter. Okay. Then we would say age is Peter is 20 years old. So in this case, all right, in this case, the property here has a key, and the key here is the name or identifier before the column. That's this part here. Okay, these are your what? Key. Then the value to the right hand side is what? The pair. Okay, is the pair. All right. So in this case now we have the name, two keys, name and age. Then the pair is John and 30. All right. So now let's say we want to access this variable. All right. So let's assume we want to access this variable or this property value. So you can access these values using the dot notations. The dot notations. So I can say alert. Okay. So alert what? User dot what? Name. Okay. If you want to alert the age, then I will say user, which is the object name of age. Now let's see what we have here. Okay. So as we come down here, you see the alert says Peter. And the other one says what? Age. Alright. Okay. So we use the dot limitation to access what the property value, the property value. Now there's a condition. Now what if you want to, or this key is a string? So let's say we have here, I would like to put another property as a string color. So we have string for the string color. Okay, and let's say the color of the string is current. Black. I hope there's something like that. All right. So now, if we want to access this, we are just if we want to access this, all right, and because we are using dot notation, so if I should come down here and say user dot what skin color, of course I should have this in there, right? Now let's see, right? See, nothing is playing, but when I press F12, if you remember my previous video, we talked about debugging. So you see that it says uncaught syntax error on line 19. Okay, now this is line 19 syntax error. What if I change it to string because it's a string? Will I get a good result? No. Let's see. We're still having what? Syntax error. So now, how can we resolve this? We can resolve this using what we call the square brackets notation. Square brackets. So we can use the square brackets to access what now? A string key. So I can come down here and change it to what? Square brackets. Open. Close. So with this now, if I should, okay, so I need to, with this now, if I should access this on my browser, I should say what? The value for what? The string, the key, string. So therefore, what we are saying is that we use the square brackets to access what? A string. So square brackets are more like easier and faster to use. The dot requires the key to be a valid variable identifier. That implies that contains no space, doesn't start with a digit, and doesn't include special character. Okay, that's the only condition you can use what? The dot what? Notation. Is that okay? Yes. Alright. So now let's take another example. Let's say we want to enter the inputs. So we could come down here and say, let's call it inputs. Okay. We want prompt. What's the prompting? What do you want to know? What do you want to know about the user? Okay. So with this now, if we should come down here, then we want to alert what? The values. So we say alert What now? User inputs. Alert user inputs. So we'll come down here. Alright, so it says let's say I want to check for the name. Oh, the name is Peter. I want to check for the age. Alright. I want to check for skin color. Count. See that now? So it's more like interactive. Is that okay? It's more like interactive. But if I had used the dot notation, when I enter the skin color, I would have had an error. Alright? I would have had an error. Okay? Okay, good. So let's take another example again. We can use this whole thing inside a function. Alright? Let's take an example of what I mean by that. There's a function make user the argument is name and age. If you don't understand what function is, please go back to our previous videos where we explain functions in details. Alright? Alright, so I have this. Then it's going to return the name object, name, name, age, age, right? To come and say skin type, skin type, okay? And so on and so forth, alright? So I could come down here, alright? And you could find the grade that we hold arguments. So come down here and say let's use them is assign what make user, which is our object, our function. Okay, we're calling our function, and this function has what argument John, name, age is 30, okay, age is 30. Let's age is 30, right? So I can come down here and say or before I say alert, let's say let's input the assign font. What okay? Then we can now alert it, alert what now? User input. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I need to make a new age. See that now? So this is how you use it within a function. All right. So let's say you want to look or display all the items in the object. Okay, all items within an object. Okay, what do we do? We use what we call the for in loop. The for in loop. Okay, to look through all the items. So let's take for example. All right. Let's take for example. Let's say we have let user is assigned this object name, pizza, pizza. Then let's say we have some name, James. All right. So if I'm to come down here and say age, okay, is assigned 35, 36. So now through, I want to look through all items here. So what do? I'll say for, I want to use the for in loop. Okay. All right. So I'll just take that off. Then I'll say for let's, okay, let's, what now? I could use any variable that I choose, but I would like to use prop here. Let prop in what now? User, which is the object. Okay. Then I'll say alert what now? Alert prop, which is the new variable that we define that is holding each of the items. Okay, that is holding each of the items in the what object. So now let's see what we have. All right, name, surname, age. You see, these are what? These are the items or the keys within the prop, within the object. Is that okay? Yes. So that is how to alert items. That's how to alert items within an object. So I would want us to um, take a recap of what we have discussed so far. We've seen how to store values in a key, and we've seen what's an object. Okay, and we've seen that values that can be saved in a key can be of any type, but your values cannot be reserved words. Okay, and we have also seen that to access a property, you can use the what? The dot notation, the square bracket notation. Okay, and we also saw that the square bracket is used or allows taking the key from a variable, or it also allows accessing a variable or a key that has space, but you cannot use the dot notation for that. Okay, so we also look at how to delete a property.